Hello and welcome to my knife channel. Well, as always, most of my videos, or all of my videos, are unscripted. I've got a basic idea of what I want to do, and then I just go with it. These are not all of my knives. These are just... What I did with traditional knives was I went with Rough Ryder to try different patterns, because the thought was I would narrow it down to, oh, this is the only type of one I like, camp knife, or, oh, I only like Barlows, and only certain size of Barlows. And what I found out is that that strategy didn't really work, because you don't see all of the knives on the table and stuff, because in basically a year I've acquired I haven't counted them all, but a ton of knives. And it's simply from loving knives, and not having a whole lot of money, but just whenever I found an opportunity to get a knife, then I'd get it. And it became a problem, of storage space, because I'm living in a small apartment, so that's when I started making stuff to put in. Before I had these plastic boxes, I was using cardboard boxes. And cardboard boxes that would reinforce with that strapping tape that you use to ship, because of the weight and everything. Because even if you can't afford a knife roll or a toolbox, with a felt liner and stuff, you can still protect your knives. But that's not the purpose of that. This was basically to show you that I like little knives, I like big knives. I like all the different kind of knives here, and it really didn't work as far as trying to narrow it down. It did let me know that I like traditional knives, because like, for example, a split back whittler. I just like the engineering of it. You've got the main blade operating off of two springs, and the side blades, or the secondary blades, operating off an individual spring. And they did it just by hand fitting and wedging and tapering the metal, to go in there. So anyways, I thought that was pretty fascinating. It can be done without using a split back pattern. But see, then I started saying, well, this one's all right, red pick. Oh, well, marbles has got something that's pretty cool, a little bit more compact, and is the same kind of design. And then I started getting into, like buying sow bellies or a particular pattern. You say, oh, I like that, and this. And this is the way Rough Ryder does a lot of their stuff. They'll take the same basic knife, and they'll switch it up just a little bit with the covers, and it'll be a whole new series. And you think, well, why would I want to get, if I've got a sow belly, why would I want to get more than one? Well, you can't take these covers off like you can scales on a modern knife. You can't take a torque screw and, to do this. You could replace them, but you're basically building another knife, and you're probably going to screw it up unless you know what you're doing. So you wind up collecting more than one knife, in different pattern. And then it might come out with a different steel. So even though you're in the same thing, well, I've got a sow belly. Well, now you've got one that's in 440A, and now this one's in D2. All right, well, D2 is a little bit more wear resistant, but it gets back to where it's not a true stainless steel, so each one has a purpose in a different environment. I know this 440A is rust resistant, because when they came out with that bow trapper, I think, yeah, it was the bow trapper that Andy came out with this year, and they first advertised it as T10, which is a carbon steel. And man, I tried everything to try to get it patina, mustard and leave it in vinegar, and then added salt to vinegar and stuck it in an apple and left it overnight. And yeah, it would not. It would almost look like it was gonna try to get one. You can put a patina on stainless steel, but you're gonna have to use some kind of like cold bluing method or something like that. A stronger acid than. But that let me know that 440 is not only can get pretty sharp. It's definitely a stainless steel. And if you live or work around a humid environment here even in North Texas, there's a lot of Gulf air that puts salt up in the water and moisture, high humidity content. Anyway, within that range of keeping the different, trying to get the different patterns, that's how you can get hooked. Like if you like mini canoes, bam. You start collecting every different kind of mini canoe, and then they'll come out with something different, like a little mini cotton sampler. And man, you'd say, like, what's practical with that? It's only this small. Well, like I believe, like Slick Sicers was saying, he finds them when he's like cutting stuff. If you've only got one hand, he's usually doing a lot of rocking motion, and this is perfect for that. It's curved. I found that it's perfect for if you're trying to scrape the inside of a bottle or something, and you only want this part of it to connect, or just a little bit of it to connect. This is perfect for going inside an odd-shaped, like a tube or something like that. So, yeah, traditionals basically were a different knife for a different job. Like this one would sit in your watch pocket or whatever and do small tasks and everything. And then this one you go out and cut your finger off with or something. Each one has a different purpose. Big long blade, there you go. Got a big long blade if you want a big long blade. Oh, I wanted to show you the size difference. This is a jumbo trapper, which is pretty big to begin with. But this is how that 25th anniversary jumbo trapper compares with it. I don't have a regular trapper out there, but a regular trapper is about this size. So, anywho, I don't want to get this one to get too crazy. I'm just waiting for a bunch of knives to come in, and none of them, one of them's in the postal system. Who knows when that? It's only coming from Oklahoma, and I'm in Texas, so a donkey. If you'd have put it on a donkey and smacked him on the butt and said head south, he probably would have been here by now, but we're dealing with the postal system. A little bit more advanced than a donkey, therefore slower somehow. But, yeah, I'm just waiting for my GEC to come in, and excited about that. Here's another pattern that's pretty cool. You've got locking bar there, but it actually is like a good finger rest for you, and you don't have to worry about you can actually stab with this one if you wanted to, and not have to worry about it coming back and lobbing off the tips of your finger. Alright, I'm rambling on, but yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. I guess it's Tuesday, and I'm still waiting for 2021 to come up. It is going to be a year to celebrate, but because of pandemic and everything, I'm doing like most everything I've been doing is celebrating alone. Isolation. Look at your isolation right here. Look at this. Remember, if you ever go to spay an elephant, make sure you've got your Rough Ryder 25th anniversary jumbo trapper and a lot of elephant tranquilizer. Alright, it's going to be a very exciting experience for one of you. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.